It's May the 6th, 2016, and I'm feeling still a bit wobbly from last night, but like I said, worth it. I was up to loading yesterday's Snap story on YouTube, as I always do. I got an interesting suggestion on YouTube. Apparently MTV, for the MTV Music Awards, did a parody of The Matrix. I only got 3 minutes into it. It was horrible. And apparently this thing was 9 minutes. It's just... It was putting a bunch of third-grade dirty jokes just for the heck of it in it. I'm not a prude or anything, but there's a way to do suggestive humor, and this seemed like it was thrown together by a bunch of middle schoolers. So yeah, if you get a suggestion for that, you may not like it. And who knows, you might. I think I'm just not the demographic for it is all. Look what Mom got me. Scary resemblance, don't you think? So, annoying bit, I am a bit bummed because I had a date with my girlfriend today, to be honest. Don't think I've ever mentioned that yet publicly, but here we are. Clarify, because the way that sentence ended, it wasn't that I had a date with my girlfriend that I'm bummed, or, well, technically I am, but yeah, let me explain. But she ended up feeling bad. It happens from time to time. It's something that I'm just gonna have to get used to, but yeah, as a result, when you get so excited about seeing the person you love and then they can't come, it just, you get bummed out, that's all. So, with the free time opened up, we're going to ask Dad about getting that porch done up there, so. And just as I finished that sentence, Mom informed me that Dad thinks it's a good idea. So, yeah, a porch is going to get finished today. So the thing about a porch being finished is that once it's finished, you can't walk on it. So I can't be in the camper for a whole day while it dries. Up here, going mobile. I've done this before when I've had to have repairs to the camper or stuff like that. I do a few basic things. So the mobile setup consists of me bringing the electronics. I'll need the laptop, stuff for podcasting, things like that, so I can still get my operations done. And your basic essentials, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, things like that. Stuff that just, in this case, it's one day, so it's not a long-term thing. In the past, I have done it long-term. The last time that I had to do it was actually whenever a car hit right over there. By the way, for those that don't know, it hit right there. I was sitting right there. Close. And that the dry time is supposed to be 48 hours, so I'm living with my parents for 48 hours. Oh well, it'll be so worth it when it's done. What do you think? You think it looks good on me? Setting the studio up for 2 days, because this is where all my electronics are going to be. So snack on the prop drawer. I had the silliest moment. My little cousin, as you heard, she's here, was sitting right beside me, and she sent me a snap while she was there. What does my little cousin send me on Snapchat, you might ask, by the way? Oh, usually things of her getting down. Yeah. So something. I think she wanted to hang out with me, and I even invited her to come out here with me and everything, but I think the studio bores her or something. Oh well. Record Samuel's Thoughts tomorrow, along with Gig. In fact, the reason why I'm recording Samuel's Thoughts tomorrow is because we're recording Gig tomorrow, too. So I'm just going to do it in one batch. As right now, I've got a couple sound clips I'm going to use for Samuel's Thoughts, because I'm going to break some stuff down. So I'm editing those right now ahead of time. So yeah, show prep a day in advance. It makes it simpler whenever you have to do it and everything's already ready.
It made, and I thought it looked like Jacob, because it really...
No, I didn't have a picture of Paul McCartney made to look like Jacob. To clarify that last snap, by the way, for some reason, she thinks Jacob looks like Paul McCartney. None of us see it, not even Jacob. He knows about it, and he laughed his head off whenever I told him. So. She got bored of me again. She usually does. She's adorable, I love her to pieces. This is the bed, the room that I'll be staying in for 2 days. It's really quite soft. It's actually in the spare room with the freezer and the treadmill. But yeah, so something occurred to me just now, and I don't know why I haven't finished this yet. Turns out I've got 3 minutes of the Welcome to Night Vale book left, because of how the walks ended up, and I haven't finished it. Why? Why haven't I? Forgot how messy these things are. Jacob just did something for me, and I'm not even going to tell you what he did, just to say he's a really good friend and I appreciate it. It's like this where you really know who your friends are, and Jacob, yeah, he's there. He's one of them. And he's awesome. More XP on Facebook. Find it. That's where he is. Just giving him a plug, because that's the least I can do at this point. So, what's going on in the background while I'm being all mushy about one of my friends? A Heroes of the Storm competition is going on in Austin.
It gives Kerrigan the primal opportunity, see what I did there, to be able to just get those combos down, right?
It's a scary thing. You know, I actually have...
You go the Arcane Barrier at level 1, and of course you see the Verdant Sphere talents at level 4 and 7. It's a really cool style. It's being utilized well on this map.
I think I'd heard this right, that Tempo Storm is a completely new team than what it used to be. I could kind of tell with the way that was played. Yes, I realize the irony of me not being a sports fan and like it, and yet I like esports. One takes snaps. There's an irony in all this, of course, because in high school, I was actually pretty good at sports, other than golf. The one that I was interested in, I couldn't do, so. But yeah, Gym was pretty freaking fun back in high school. I never had siblings, so I don't really get the chance to play that stuff much. And because I don't really hang out with a sportsy crowd, it means, yeah, I don't really get that much. So, yeah, it's just a thing that's there. So, yeah, watching esports is sort of a thing for me because I understand how this goes on. I play the same game, so, yeah, makes sense. I have a question for you guys that I'd love it if you actually snapped me back or commented me back if you're watching this on YouTube and let me know what you think. Preface this by saying I'm not annoyed at this or anything like that, but if you email someone and you know how busy they are, then the following. For an interview, and you've got a list of other people, I'll just tell you what the situation is. You guys know that I do What's Your Passion, and I interview people on there. So I don't want to contact too many people at once because then it becomes this huge dance of, oh, do you hear, you know, that sort of thing. So I usually try to contact one person at a time, right? But right now, I've got a waiting situation. I'm supposed to be interviewing someone this week again. I'm not saying any names because I don't want it to seem like I'm slagging anyone off because I'm really not. It's just, I know that person's busy. Person had already agreed to be on the show, so that's part of the situation. But I sent them back an email like they requested, and they haven't responded yet. Like a lot of people that I interview, they're busy. They've got a lot of stuff going on, and I always appreciate the time they take out to give an interview. So with my usually contact one person policy that I normally go with, how long should I wait before I contact someone else? If that other person gets up with me, then great, I'll still do the interview with them. But I think after a week, it's probably time for me to check with someone else. So with that in mind, what do you think? Do you think a week's long enough for me to be waiting, or do you think I should give them a bit more time? Snap me back or post in comments depending on where you're watching this, because I know there are YouTube viewers and people who watch it directly on Snapchat, so I want to include all of you in this. Like I said, not annoyed at this person or anything. I don't want this to come across as angry rant or anything like that. It's just, I'm curious what you think. Most likely giving that person another week, I'll probably send them another email and check up with them, because I certainly don't want to be the person that goes, hey, you agreed to be on my show. Poke. That'd just be ridiculous. That's annoying and, quite frankly, rude. I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, just giving them time, and who knows, if they never get back with me, I may not just get back with them. Who knows.
All comes crashing down. How are you doing, chat room? Actually, I'm gonna switch back because I can't see.
So I just realized that I didn't turn the alarm clock off at my place. And I can't get back in there, so that's interesting. It'll be funny to see if the first thing that when I walk back into my place and I'm able to get in there, if it's going to be an alarm clock noise or not.